Hello and welcome to Pied Piper. We are finally here. This is... Uh-oh, I'm hearing myself. That's gonna be a problem. I have to find a way to disable that. Does this help? Woohoo! Good morning. I can still hear myself though. I need to fix that somehow. Now that there is a new setup with the computer. Yes, I just tried that, but that didn't seem to help. Of course, I think I solved it. We'll see. Yes, that was the problem. I had the sound from my own stream, from the browser. That was the problem. I had the sound from the browser. So now we can finally start. We are finally in Pied Piper, and I am quite excited to finally play this again. I was also sure it was that one button in OBS, but it was the browser. Rookie mistake. This is the first time we are streaming a game on the computer. No capture card needed today. Yes, go get some coffee. Kaffe. I have already tried to explain a few times what this game is during the Xenosaga playthrough, but we do it again. This is the rumored and fabled and mythical Pied Piper that for a lot of years was a almost lost media. It was originally a mobile phone game in Japan only, and in Japanese only, released between episode 2 and episode 3, and it tells the story of Siggy when he was still a human, 100 years before episode 1. And even though it is a simple mobile game, it has some very vital backstory, and also we learn a lot more about some of the long-lived characters. We'll see. I won't spoil too much right now, but when it comes to the long-lived characters, this is a very important puzzle piece of the Xenosaga universe. So I strongly recommend to play it yourself, or read the script, or just watch me play it right now before you go into episode 3. And the version we are playing is they seem to want to call it a fan recreation, as you can see at the bottom of the screen, by Cyclone Fox and Vector Translations. And they released it last year, and I played it as soon as I could on release, and gave some feedback for some minor bugs, etc. Yes, Vector Translations! They do a lot of work trying to translate and preserve Xenosaga. And I think they all did an amazing job doing this game. The only irony or funny detail is that just when this released, we also got, well, even before this release, we got the official version was finally saved from a phone and dumped into computers. So even before this fan recreation was released, we got the option to emulate the original, which was a bit of a, what should we call it, a bit of a irony or a bit of a demotivator for the creator of this version. But I was sure to tell him that this version is the superior version either way, and so far this is still the only way to play it in English, so I'm really happy that he find the energy to actually finish it, even though we can play the original. And as I also said just a few weeks ago, we got a third option to play this unofficial release of the original version on Steam and on Japanese Switch, so I will probably start that just to compare so you can see the difference later. But for now we're starting the fan version, and we always want to dash. Oh, and I haven't played this since release, so there have been a lot of updates and bug fixes and things like that since I played it. And a lot of new additional minor details, so we'll see. Like this, for example, you can have classic or modern character portraits. I see. Daybreak offline. Yes, you can play in English, in Chinese, in German, in French, and in Spain. And also Japanese, if I didn't say that. Chinese and Japanese. That should be the settings. And it is also worth noting that this game is a lot of text. It's pretty story and text intensive, so I will do my best to read. That's why it's probably going to be a bit shorter stream, but we'll see how long I last and how well it goes. But I'm expecting a bit shorter stream than normal. We'll see. And I don't feel ready to do any cool voices for the characters. I haven't reached that level yet, so we will just have to see how it goes. And begin. And as anyone can hear who have played episode 3, they are using episode 3 sound effect and episode 3 enemies and things like that. It's mostly based on episode 3 combined with the original assets from the mobile game and combined with some new art. I'm not sure who it was that drew the new characters portrait, but they did draw new character portraits. And as well, most important of all, we have a completely new soundtrack, and this soundtrack it is inspired by all the other Xeno games, so. And I think there will be some new songs that weren't in the game when I played last time. But here we go. Narrator's voice. Planet Abraxas, TC4667. Meaning 100 years before episode 1. This is from the original mobile game. This is how it looked. This is also from the original mobile game. Mom! Hey mom, check it out! Not so loud, what is it? Mom, a new kind of synthetic dog, and it looks just like a real one, not like those stupid robot models. Don't be silly, you know we can't afford something like that right now. But maybe I'll think about it when the price is more reasonable. What do you say? Really? When can we have it? Perhaps when you're taller than your mom. Ish. There she is, it's Sharon. Hey mom! Yes? Can I try out the trial version on the net? Alright, but only 30 minutes of UMN for today. Awesome, thanks mom! And if you meet any weird people online, I want you to report it and dive out immediately. You got that? Oh, you short, silly boy. Oh, I didn't notice, but you can see his hand sticking up from behind the UMN dive chair. You can see his hand sticking up. Okay, let's try a pavilion. How about a 6-month-old male? The location is up to you. I just want to test it out for 30 minutes. Understood. Small dog, papillon, male, 6 months old. Corresponding Nexus Corporation synthetic dog confirmed. Location, Abraxas Central Park. Okay, sounds good. Unknown. And the vial was poured on the great river Euphrates, and the water thereof was dried up, that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared. Who's there? That's funny, I had a feeling someone was there, but it must be nothing. I'm the only one logged in on the status screen right now. Hey, come here, boy. Off. Xenosaga Pied Piper, Chapter 1, Sequence 1. There he is. Jan Sauer. Captain Sauer, this way please. Status report. You probably already know that a large-scale meeting between the Galaxy Federation and the immigrant fleet is planned for next term. The pilgrimage meeting, right? That's right. Local news reports suggest that Donald Marquand, the acting head of the Archon district, is currently under suspicion of exerting influence within an active right-wing organization. Is that so? Donald Marquand began his political rise with the Torres Foundation and his constituency. The Foundation's refugee aid efforts and acceptance of the immigrant fleet helped them gain support from the moderates. Are they now aligning with the Taka sect? Yes. Consequently, they formed a goodwill ambassador group to win public approval. It seems they set up their little meeting place here in Archon, likely to remain neutral. However, the ambassadors have been kidnapped. So that's why their public demonstration escalated into something much worse. Ironic, isn't it? So, what's the current status of the Archon police investigation? They've identified the location where the goodwill ambassadors and diplomats are being held. Point NGPP6 42T8. They suspect the crime was carried out by a fringe organization operating under the influence of the immigrant fleet. Has the immigrant fleet released a statement? Yes, today at 2200, Patriarch Julius issued an official statement declaring that the immigrant fleet has no connection to the kidnappings. He claimed that the immigrant fleet is also a victim and warned that the pilgrim meeting will likely be cancelled unless the Galaxy Federation eases its suspicions. And what do you think? Patriarch Julius has constantly advocated for a divided Abraxian government. I wouldn't rule out the possibility that the responsible group is the anti-Patriarch faction, but did the perpetrators make any kind of statement? No. That figures. Their goal is to trap Donald, not demand a ransom from the Goodwill ambassadors. Judging by the nature of the crime, I would wager their ultimate goal is to erode the diplomatic relations between the Federation and the immigrant fleet. Oh, it unfocused the window. I've heard there's a connection between the Torres Foundation and the construction of the Assembly Hall program. Naturally, they're protected by the highest level of anti-hacking security. A AAA class barrier like that can only be breached by our own organization, or possibly Voyager. Perhaps. Do you recall the incident when the immigrant fleet anchored in Milchan space and the mediation documents were falsified? Yes, yeah, if I remember correctly, Gloria's team oversaw that case, right? I also heard they failed to uncover any concrete evidence. That incident. It said that an extreme right-wing organization on the Federation side, known as the Descendants of Nestorius, somehow enlisted Voyagers to carry out the hacking for them. Given the motive behind the crime, I have no doubt that the Descendants of Nestorius and Voyager are behind this incident as well. But if they enlisted Voyager's help, wouldn't they be expected to make it worth his while? I'm not sure. So far, there have been many acts of terrorism attributed to Voyager. But we can't be sure of what nature of reward he might have received for his involvement. For now, I'll dive in and assess the situation. At any rate, until this business is settled, our top priority must be the protection of the diplomats and the ambassadors. How are the dive preparations progressing? Ah yes, about that. What is it? Do not withhold any information in your reports. Lactis and Melis have already entered with a team from the Arkham Police. Mikhail is currently tracing them, and given the unusual circumstances, they also brought Bugs along. He's equipped with a level 3 counter-terrorist armament BT-27-8. If all proceeds as planned, they should reach the target shortly. They went in without approval? Was Melis behind that? Yes. Then I dive in as well. Prepare the equipment immediately. Phew, and that's the first intro done. And this is what the graphics looks like. This is the phone graphic. Sadly, all of this was ripped from the phone game before we had any of the official versions, so all of this graphic is recreated using YouTube videos. And I can already tell that they haven't gone back and updated it. It will be a lot of work to do, but I was hoping they will do it. For any pixel fans, you can see that you can see the JPEG artifacts of ripping it from YouTube videos and then converting it to sprites. So there is still a lot of artifacts, but I suspect that 99% of players won't mind that at all, so it's not a big deal. And here we can see the new portraits that I can't remember who drew, but whoever did it did a great job. I'm sure we will... Yeah, they had to use... That was the only source of finding Pied Piper for a long while. There was one Japanese guy, or at least someone who had the original phone and the original game on a phone. that person filmed the entire game and put it on YouTube. And even that was seen as a miracle for me, finally getting to see the entire game. Before that, we only had a few tiny screenshots to go off. So that's the escalation, going from a few tiny screenshots to having the full game on YouTube, filmed with a camera, filming on a phone, and then we got the entire game emulated, and then we got this fan recreation, and now we got it officially on Steam. So it has been quite an interesting journey for this game. But yes, I think these portraits looks great. So we have to check in the credits who did them, since I can't remember. Oh, I missed a line, but what's Melly's status? According to Eric's report, they should be nearing the target by now, but well, whoever designed the assembly hall's logic system was highly skilled. No comment. Are there any problems? Yeah, can you take a look at this? Is this the Carnage structure law? You're familiar with it? Yes, I've only heard the name when I was in police academy, but that was about 10 years ago. Back in the early TC 4040s, Vector Industries had a UMN management and administration department. These days it's been merged into the first division. They were behind the first series of virtual reality construction inside the new UMN. Carnage was the name of the mathematician who led the department at the time. Even centuries after the inception of his theories, and despite significant advancements in virtual reality, we are still using his basic law. Without Carnage's contributions, virtual reality would still be over 100 years behind. Not bad, Eric. That's right on the money. So, even the most talented programmers continue to develop new virtual spaces based on his theory, even if they claim it's original. Now, could you take a look at this? What is it? What is this? It looks like a method for constructing a virtual space. This is the virtual space where the ambassadors are being held captive, and it's where we'll be diving this time. But strangely, they're not using even a single element of the Carnage structure law. The entire virtual space is built using completely original logic. What's more, once you dive in, you'll find heavy security and macrophages waiting to exterminate you. Why the hell would a criminal want to hack into such a troublesome place? Anyway, Lactis and others already succeeded in their infiltration. Thanks to the local police, we were able to pinpoint the location where the ambassadors are being held captive. That was a relief, at least. It seems they somehow managed to find a weak point in the security system. That makes things easier for us. Even with bugs accompanying them, diving in with only a scout and no backup seems like a suicide mission. I'm sorry, Melissa was urging me, so I just... When this is over, I expect both of you to admit a report and apologize for this. At any rate, preparation for my dive are the top priority now. Are you ready? Yes, I have located a few secure login points. I've calculated the progress of Melis's team. You need to dive into a point in the virtual space courtyard. From there, you should be able to quickly rendezvous with Melis and others. However, even though it's secure, as I mentioned earlier, the virtual space security measures are arranged like a labyrinth. Plus, the area is also swarming with macrophages, so don't let your guard down. Understood. The preparations for your dive are complete. Great. Let's run the dive immediately, Captain. Yes? Well, there's just one thing that's been worrying me. Worrying you? Yeah, I investigated the trace logs of the ambassadors from the start of the incident until now, and I don't see any traces of resistance from them. What do you mean? Usually when someone is held captive in virtual space by an external force, their brain leaves some electrical pulse residue as evidence of their resistance. However, this time there was nothing. The only plausible explanation is... That's ridiculous. Are you suggesting that the ambassadors are staying there of their own free will? I did a thorough search through the tracelog errors caused by the difference in how the virtual space and arc was constructed, but I unfortunately found nothing. Anyway, there's no potential anomaly that hints at any sort of restraints, nor any program that would facilitate them. They're simply unrestrained. What do you think, Eric? I'm not sure. I can't imagine that the ambassadors have a reason for staying there. Have you attempted a forced logout? If that were an option, I would already have done it by now. Forcing someone out to log out externally carries the risk of damaging their cranial nerves. To safely perform the forced logout, you must dive directly into the virtual space that they occupy and make direct contact with them. Understood. Keep a careful trace of my dive records too. Please be careful. I never encountered an incident this unusual. I have a bad feeling about this. Whew. And we get to play. Woohoo! Already more than 20 minutes of reading with zero breaks, but we finally get to run around a bit. And this is one of the things added in this fan remake. They added the segment doors. This was not here in the original, so this is a nice little addition. And they also added the segment file log, so we can track them. There are 16 of them in this game. So, of course, we're going to try to do that. Oh, the sound effect on this thing was very low. You can barely hear it. Ah, it's a shop. So you can buy some equipments. And you can speak to the NPCs. It's just tutorial, I don't want to read that. Ah, Captain. Preparations for the dive are complete. Would you like to dive in? No, not yet. Once you dive into a virtual space, you cannot return until the operation is complete. If you like to continue collecting information from people, please go do so now. Rest assured, the details of the operation are kept strictly confidential. However, it seems the Arkham police have mobilized a considerable number of officers for the mission, so a summary of the incident has been communicated to the regular officers as well. Yes, with actual rewards. The balance of the battles and everything about the battles are completely different than the original. It's a completely new battle system, and yeah, everything is redone when it comes to combat. And also, this is the best part, we can finally speak to the NPCs. There's not that many NPC dialogues in this game, but like this conversation, this is a conversation you could never see until now. That conversation is not in the text files that we read in the past. Investigator Saur, please approach this mission with an unwavering determination and complete focus. Melissa and others are being totally reckless. I hope they are safe. So that's Melissa already dived into the human. And this is... I'm already confused. This will be Lactis. That's Lactis, and this is Melissa. Unless I... and this is the robot Bagus. I didn't realize he would also be in one of the pods. But that's the combat robot Bagus. Or Bags, or what they call him in this version. This should be the captain's office. It was not. You can save at any time, so do it often. I will. There it is. It seems like there is an auto save as well. So, but I will. or save manually. Yes, I already knew that. Yes, I know you have to equip equipment in RPGs. There is always that one NPC in every RPG that reminds you that you need to equip things. This is the captain's office. There is the captain. Thank you for your hard work. The goal of the operation is to rescue Goodwill ambassadors. We must also consider that Voyager might be involved. Jan, don't be reckless. Chief, I apologize. It's due to my inadequate management that we ended up in this situation. Is this about Melis? Don't worry about it. Well, I also used to clean up after someone else quite often. Don't worry about it. I was also going to say, in the intro they mentioned the immigrant fleet more times than all of the main trilogy had the time to do. But the use isn't coming out of order. Explaining levels, explaining items. Operator Mikhail is waiting for you to start the mission. He's in the dive room on the 2nd floor. And I think that's everything we can. There is one more room, but this is the exit. We can't go there. The mission takes top priority. This should be the locker room, yes. You can't find anything in here. Some bickering between the different teams in the police station. And now we can enter the first dungeon and get to the first battles. Cathedral entrance. There is Melis. Our mission objective is to safely secure the consciousness of the Federation's Goodwill ambassadors and diplomats. Based on the information we gathered, it appears to be being held captive at point NGPP6 42T8. The location is the same as where the initial meeting took place. If you locate the targets, remain cautious of your surrounding and avoid acting alone. Report situation immediately before taking any further actions. Are we not allowed to initiate a forced logout as soon as the targets are located? If a forced logout procedure is required, we should remain prepared for it. We aren't joking. The unusual logouts you do are for normal cases. Understand? Why do you think our special team was sent here? This virtual space isn't the usual space that you're familiar with. We still don't know if the target's forced logout could potentially cause brain damage. If it does, all the diplomatic efforts made so far would be for nothing. I want you all to remain vigilant and remain alert for any potential hacking attempts. Understood. Alright, confirming the target's present location. They are at point NGPP6 42T8, not far from here. One more thing to reaffirm. This space is built using entirely different logic compared to the standard virtual spaces. We're expecting the presence of antibody functions similar to macrophages, but their algorithms and behaviors remain unknown. Stay cautious and don't let your guard down. Yes, ma'am. Phew. That was quite a sight. Have you ever thought about retiring and becoming a school teacher? Don't tease me. Melissa has become extremely nervous. Respiration at 128%, heart rate at 160, body temperature at 112. All of her basic vital signs are exceeding normal values. You lay off, Bugs. Jeez, what kind of program is that anyway? I'll tell Eric. I'm sorry. Are you feeling nervous? Probably. But either way, I want this mission settled. Please help me. You weren't acting this determined before the dive. Why are you getting so desperate? If you don't want to talk about it, then I won't force you to. Do you know when Captain Sauer was promoted to the rank of captain? I don't know, I've never really paid attention to it. It was 7 years ago. He was 23 years old, the same age as I am now. Ah, I see. So you think if you do well on this mission, you earn a promotion to captain as well? Stop joking around. Listen, this isn't a game, nor a tool to fulfill your vanity. You do remember that failure is not an option, right? I know, but I do whatever it takes to complete the mission without the help of the captain. Please, lend me your strength. I'll see the mission through. Realms like myself were created for this purpose. Whether it's the captain or you, I will fulfill the mission I've been assigned to the very end. And you, Bugs? Me? Well, we already came this far, so there's no avoiding a scolding from the captain. If we're going to get scolded anyway, successful completing the mission might reduce the severity of the scolding. Just thinking out loud. Oh, but more than that, I'm worried about Eric. If the captain finds out he used me without permission, just the thought of it is terrifying. Don't worry about Eric, I take full responsibility for that decision. So, if I can count on support from the both of you, then let's go. We need to hurry up and rescue those ambassadors. Melise, please wait a moment. Yes? Wouldn't it be a good idea to review some battle tactics? Sure. Let's get over the battle interface for a bit to make sure we're familiar with it. Melise, the enemy has appeared. Perfect timing. Engage the enemy. Just some tutorial. And this is very simplified, inspired by episode 3. In the original Pied Piper game, the combat is a bit more like episode 1, where you get the triangle and the square button attacks, etc. And we got the tech attacks that work like episode 3 as well. Miss. A lot of the names are even reused from episode 3. And then we get the ether option. And some healing. Like this attack. This attack is straight from episode 3, the Jackal move. I believe. Who is it? Yes, that's perfect. It is minor spoiler, but it is the same character who has it in episode 3, so that's fitting. And we also get the boost. Let's see, how do you use it in this game? In this game you have to use the D-pad to boost. That's a bit confusing coming from the main trilogy. And there we go, tutorial complete. T experience and 5 money. No, like this is a male. That's why I try to do the male voice. But the art looks pretty female, but I'm pretty sure he is supposed to be a male, even in this version. We'll see if they refer to him as him. I'm pretty sure that they will. Oh nice, they even got the animation on the portraits when you get hit. And when you attack as well. Medkit. That covers everything we need to know about the battle system. From here on, we focus on gaining combat experience and experimenting with various ways of fighting. Let's do a save again. That's the portrait, but of course the portraits aren't official, so you can't really read anything into the portraits since they're not the official art. But I really like this art. I think they did a good job. There is some official art for the characters, so they are based on that. And it's funny with the Bagus and the expressions on the face he makes. The guard over there isn't paying attention. You should make use of every possible advantage while on the battlefield. Let's attack him from behind. Back attack. And Melissa's attacks kinda mirrors Xion's attack, so... Dog tag, level 2. As you saw, attacking an enemy from behind will result in a back attack. Ah, you can also get back attacked. I don't need to read the tutorial stuff. And there's the tutorial for the traps. They work just like in the main games. You can shoot these to trap the enemies. And get some advantages if the enemy is in the trap. Oh, massive damage. Hear ye, hear ye. But yes, this is the type of graphics you could expect from a more than 20 years old mobile game. So I still argue that just reading Pied Piper and having the image of the game and the story in your head is the better experience than actually playing it. You might get a cooler picture if you just read it instead of playing it. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. There is a retry button. And as you can see, this enemy is straight out of episode 3. This is not an original enemy from this game. You can see these guys are from the original mobile game, but this one has so many more pixels and is so much more detailed. No, wrong. Where do you see? All right, in this game, every character have their unique boost gauge. Unlike the main series where it is shared, in this game you have every character have their own. You can see it at the bottom. It says 1 of 2 or 2 of 2 at the bottom. And it stays between battles. So that's pretty nice. Yes, it was made in RPG Maker, one of the more modern versions of RPG Maker. This version is so modern that you can actually run it in web browsers even. You can play this game in any web browser. You don't even have to download the game. You can play it for free in a web browser. And you can play it on phones as well. It has support for touch controls even. All of that is already built into the modern RPG Maker. Who was it that had a healing? Or can't you use it outside of battle? Oh, there it is. Medica S. But these sound effects are all from Xenosaga 3. This is how Xenosaga 3 sounds. But maybe in the battle might be some RPG Maker sound effects. I will pay attention next time I heal to see if it sounds familiar. But yes, I think those sound effects are from RPG Maker. And the attack sound effects, those are most likely from RPG Maker. And I will listen once we hear the healing again. Our first equipment. And it's better. I'm going to stay here and get a level or two, since the save point gives us free healing. Since the save point gives us free healing, I can go all out with my attacks. And also, I hope that the sound balance is good between the game and me speaking. On to Daybreak. Daybreak should mostly be side quests today, I suspect. Since we are back in Edith, it usually means side quest. Ouch, that hurt. They almost got Melis. Three points in vitality. That should be about 75 HP. That will help. Oh no, we switch party. I plan to do some leveling. What's that? Great. I got the balance right on the first try then. I didn't have that time to listen to it myself, but it looked good on the meters at least. It doesn't seem like something the enemy prepared. Could it be a macrophage that was already embedded in this space? Bugs. That's also one of those things. As soon as we get to episode 3, they will talk about a lot of random things that we have no idea what it is, like macrophages. We have never heard that term before in the main games. And a few things from the missing years, like the Gnosis terrorism, will be mentioned instantly, and we will have no idea unless we consume these side games and the missing year. There is just so much context being lost if you skip these things. Bugs. I'm searching. Ah, there it is. It's a Tau Industries mobile interception tank, Sleipnir. Manufactured in 6414. That's a pretty old for a macrophage. I don't like this lying in wait business. Transfer the data over to me. Melis, tell the Arkham Police unit not to intervene until the analysis is complete. I don't think that's a standard macrophage. Yeah. Attention all units, we are currently analyzing additional information about the mobile interception tank. You are not to engage it under absolutely any circumstances until we issue further orders. We're just meant to wait in front of the enemy? These inexperienced elites are too leisurely in their approach. They're so obsessed with their supposed logical supremacy. That class of mobile interception tank is nothing more than a paper tiger. Let's just eliminate it and move on. Roger that. Alpha, pin it down with suppressive fire. Bravo, move to the right of the enemy and attack their flank. Charlie, secure a sniping position. Ooh, that's a new feature too. You can get a log for the text. That is always nice in modern games. And I don't think that was a thing when I played last time. I think this is a more recent upgrade. The base of its neck is the weak point. Hold your attacks until it is exposed. Alright, engage! Ah, wait! Damn it! It got us! What is this thing? It's reacting. Its reaction is so quick despite its old appearance. Oops, oops, oops. The one thing I find much easier when you play the game versus reading the text is that it's so much easier to understand the locations you are in. It's so much easier to understand when you are in the UMN and when you are not in the UMN. Right now we are of course in the UMN. They dived into this virtual space. So that's probably the biggest upgrade while playing the game, that you get a much better feeling for the locations. I'm sorry, I couldn't stop them. Smack. Are you sure you'll be able to accomplish the mission without the captain? And what are we supposed to do now, with you so upset? Like this, that's a little harsh. Keep quiet, you. Melis, I've already told you, no matter what you do, I'll complete the mission assigned to me. Don't be a hindrance to that. And the people that the mobile interception tank deleted, they're probably dead. Because of my bad judgment. When you're in the Special Investigations Unit, situations like this can happen every day. Do you think someone who gets this shaken up is fit to be a commander? If you want to log out, then do it. I'll take over the mission from here. What's wrong? Are you coming with me or not? Understood. I continue the mission. Alright, then our top priority is the destruction of the Sleipnir. If we can just take out its core, we should survive. Luckily, Eric configured Bug's counter-terrorism armament to level 3. Even though it's just 3 of us, we can defeat it. Let's go. And now we switch party to Jan. I have successfully logged in. Let me know how Lactis and others are doing. Roger. Eric is tracing their movements. It appears they are currently engaged in combat with a mobile interception tank. Bug's level 3 counter-terrorism armament has been activated by Eric. Captain, proceed west from your current location to rendezvous with them. Understood. Continue tracing their movements. Captain, what is it? The life signs of 6 Arkham police officers have disappeared. It's possible that they were killed in battle with the macrophage. Understood. Can you identify the type of tank that they're fighting? Yeah, it's a Sleipnir model, manufactured by Tau Industries. This model was decommissioned when I was a kid. While it's an outdated model, it seems to have been refined significantly for use in virtual space. I'm not sure whether we can rely on weaponry specification from that time or not. I see. Tell Eric to change the armament Lactis and others to counter-terrorist level 6. Considering our future operations, change the armament parameters to stealth mode. Also, don't forget to transfer mine as well, so I can receive it when we meet up. Copy that. If we continue with further direct communication, we can run the risk of being detected by security measures and compromising your location, so I'll refrain from further communication for now. I leave the tracing to you. Yes, sir. See you in 10 minutes. There will just be some fighting, so you won't miss any story. There will just be some combat. There is the work button. And if I remember correctly, we will get the chance to meet up the parties and then return to this location. Oh, and speed vest. Even the equipment have the names from episode 3. That's the name of the equipment from episode 3 as well. Speed vest for Siggy. Let's see if I can do it like that. Oops, I didn't want to retry. I keep expecting the tech option to be the second option. Miss. They are quite dangerous. I don't think I will win this. No, I won't win. I died. Jan was defeated. Let's retry. And he does have the special attack, so that will be our best bet of winning. I believe it, yeah. The penetrate ability uses 1 boost. That's also how it works in episode 3, that you can use your boost for. Well, I guess it worked like that in episode 2 as well, but this is more similar to episode 3. Oh, we won. And we got level 4. I think the save is coming right up. The enemy's weapons are far more specialized for virtual space than I anticipated. If the battle continues like this, we'll be in danger as well. I'm aware of that. Now what should we do? Quick, to the right! Are you alright? I'm sorry. I'll give you a chance to explain later. More importantly, what are we doing about the gatekeeper? Bugs. Yes. Eric should have changed our weaponry system to counter-terrorism level 6. Quickly transmit the new armament to everyone. Really? Then I'll prepare everyone right now. No matter how much the macrophage has improved, it's still a human creation. The fact that we are able to infiltrate here is proof that we are still one step ahead. That mobile title is nothing more than a well-made program. So let's take care of it. And we get a few more equipments for everyone. Optimize, optimize, optimize. I don't remember. Let's back up to the save point. Yeah, oh, you do use all 4 of them in battle. I wasn't sure if it was 3 or 4 per battle, but... Now we can and will get a level or 2 before the boss. The boss is actually a bit dangerous. Or at least it was when I played. They could have switched the balance completely, of course. But we're just going to keep doing a few battles before the boss. Just a few. I'm gonna keep doing that for a while. I'm so used with the episode 2 controls. And we don't need to use much strategy or hold back on EP, since we can just go and touch the save again. Can also do that. So, as you can see, these battles are very quick and simple. They do have some depth, since they still have the boost system and techs and ether and all that, so they do still have some level of strategy to them. But for normal encounters you can mostly just blast them like this. And I will be sure to save up for full boost before we go into the boss fight. So much scrap metal. We're gonna use that to sell later when we get to a shop. Then I did it again. Then we can sell it off. Let's do some break bash. Boy, that was strong. And crush the robot. Alright, we also have some attack magic, beam and bolt. I'm pretty sure that thunder is good against robots. And we're back here. I haven't seen any decoder doors in this area. They shouldn't be too tricky to find. I don't think they are hidden behind. I think all of them are pretty easy to find. Unique strike. Level 7. And we also got this. I'm not sure if it's unlocked yet, but sooner or later we can use this skill tree. Do we want to learn this? No. I'm trying to see the cost. Why can I learn this one, but not this one? That's what I want to. So heavy tackle is learned. That's why. And this is also kinda like the episode 3 skill tree, where it splits out into 2 different routes. I have no idea which one is better. I really like that attack since it hits every enemy. Yeah, I think I will go with the upper route just to get to road rage. I have 0 points. Oh, can she start in different places? Interesting. So she got one route for every element: fire, ice, thunder. That's pretty nice. And cure status effects of all allies seems like something we want. It costs 4 SP. And of course we need to learn the steal ability. That's important in every game. And it might be nice to at least have some elemental attacks. Our blade! And of course we want that. And you are back, nice. As I said, you didn't miss anything, I just got a level. And took a look at the skill tree. The skill tree is also inspired by episode 3. So this is also completely new for this version. And we also met up with the full party, so now we got everyone in the same team. You get all 4 characters to fight at the same time, so... And the little Bagus robot got the R-blade. Level 7. I was going to check. Let's see, to next level. I think I will do 1 more level before the boss. And I also want to build up the boost meter to the max before the boss. Indeed, that spread sound. Spread. And that sound, the slashing sound. All of them sounds like that. And that one should also be a RPG Maker sound. I forgot to check how much experience we got from one battle. Let's see. How much do we get? We get 180. Yeah, we will only do a few more battles. This is going quickly. And now everyone has the full boost too. There we go. So we are fully prepared for the boss. Once everyone reached level 8. Or was it 9? Ah, they keep missing. Jan is level 8, then we just need another battle for the rest of the party. How can this big metal robot be the one who has the highest agility? Ooh, Medica is all learned, that's great. So some of the skills you get from levels and some of the skills you have to learn on the skill tree. But let's go to the boss. Let's start strong and use our strongest attacks. Let's see. Lactis is the one who can steal. A metal cross. No, look at that. This is how it should be. It said nothing to confiscate, meaning it doesn't have anything more to steal. That's how you should phrase it. Finally, someone got it right. Now we just need to kill the boss. How is... yeah, exactly. Or couldn't steal. You couldn't steal because there is nothing to steal. Couldn't steal, couldn't steal. Of course I can't steal when there is no item to steal. Oh, that was nice critical. Nice critical on one of the attacks. And there we go, it was much easier than I expected. But like I said, they might have rebalanced the game since I played it last, so I can't be sure what to expect in terms of difficulty or balance. Didn't we already have a survival vest? We have to hurry, just a little further and we'll reach the location where the ambassadors are being entertained. Melissa is feeling bad. Everything is her fault. Let's see what Ah, nice. The boost meter will charge faster. That was a nice item. Oh, and there's the scope as well. I should have equipped that. I had it before the boss, but now we can see the enemy HP. I'm pretty sure it works on bosses too. And I did not have the survival vest, so. And saved. We touched the save. Ah, look at that. Now we can see the HP bar above the head of the enemies, and we can also see their weaknesses. So having that scope will help a lot. And it works for all characters. It's enough that one character have it equipped. So that's a nice upgrade. Oh, nice. I'm surprised that you can steal such good items from the first enemy. Yeah, look at that. I will maybe just stick around for another battle or two just to steal. Because every item they are dropping are great items. Well, they are great for now, this early in the game. Confiscated a med kit M, which heals a lot of HP. Unable to confiscate. Oh no, it was a pretty expensive skill to use. Oh well. I will do one more fight just to get another steal from the robot. There it is, that's the one I want. It's a good thing to have a few revive items. Let's see if I can steal anything more. Nothing to confiscate. And there goes level 9. Nice, then we continue. Oh, there was a save up here too. I keep calling them saves even though we can save anywhere at any time. Just need to check the corner. Yes, I was right to check the corner. And we get another chance to steal. But I failed. I failed again. Why are they so stubborn? There we go. Yes, they said so. You can ambush the enemy from behind, and the enemy can ambush you from behind. So you do not want to get. You want to try to avoid that. New equipment from Balgus. These are the easiest enemies. But I should try to steal from them. I haven't stolen from them. Let's see what they got. Ah, just a simple healer. A bit silly, but once again, we are still not in a hurry, so I can take my time with this game and go back and heal if I feel like healing. No reason to rush. There's the decoder number 3, but we still haven't found any actual decoder. We have only found 2 doors. No way to... Oops, that was story. Oh, a dead end. It can't be. This should be point NGPP642T8. Bugs, can you detect the ambassador's life signs? Yes, I'm certain that it is coming from this direction, but... What's this? I'm detecting a large-scale reconstruction of vertical space. Melis, secure the escape route. It's useless. I can't open it. A trap. Who set it? And for what purpose? What was that? Ugh. Captain, what the hell is this? It would seem the security has been activated. Bugs, can you determine our current location? I'm on it. Huh? There doesn't seem to be any change in our location, but... Ah, wait just a moment. I'm getting a communication from Eric. It seems our trace is still being pursued, right? I'll redirect the connection over to him. Me, Captain, can you hear me? Affirmative. There is a little noise, but I can hear you. Do you know what's going on? I analyzed the trace log, and it seems there was massive external interference affecting the virtual space earlier. Massive interference? Did the enemy rebuild the space to trap us? Please rest assured, I had just enough time to construct a protective field around your location. Luckily, when the room was reconstructed earlier, a break in the connection caused a corridor to the ambassador's captivity point to appear. Please approach point NGPP642T8 from there, Captain. Understood. I'm cutting communication for a while. I'll contact you again when we located the ambassadors. Meanwhile, find the external program that's interfering with the space. Over. Wait a moment, Michael. Yes, several members of the Arkham police force appears to have been caught up in the reconstruction earlier. Please rescue them all as well. I will. This virtual space, it's been more dangerous than I expected. When we find the officers, I'll urge them to log out immediately. Thank you. So the dungeon got reconstructed. I should try to remember to actually use the special attacks when we have the boost to do so. One biosphere. Oh, we already got initiate takedown. What does that mean? Ah, so we can I wonder if it is because it was such a low level. I think that might be how it works. We'll see. It will be apparent once we revisit all their areas. Oh, and the segment door also transformed when the dungeon was reconstructed. So now the door has changed to number 16. I couldn't take down this one. So I guess it was the power of the trap. Yeah, when they are in the trap we can instantly kill them. I don't know if we get any experience for doing that, but... Ah, this is the song. They reused this from episode 1, this nice little melody. Captain, No, it's all my fault. If only you had stopped, we wouldn't have been forced to shoot you. This is odd. Stop it! Don't come any closer, please, I'm begging you, forgive me. You... What? Young lady. I'm in this mess because I ended up being commanded by a young lady like you. Ah, I tried to stop you, if you hadn't been so reckless. You have to turn off all the voices. They keep babbling. You can't hear the pretty melody from episode 1. Oh, I know, you tried to stop me, and yet it was you who rushed ahead in spite of the danger. This was all about you rushing to achieve a promotion, wasn't it? Yes. I'm not sure if we should count this. No, this is not a boss, but we will be sure to steal. Captain, what was that just now? Someone probably traced the record of our action and hacked into the system. It was just an illusion. I caused those people to die. Melis, during an operation you should only be thinking about numbers and tactics. There is that one line that he keeps mentioning in episode 1 too. Enemies will analyze your way of thinking when they attack. Show weakness to them and you'll be the next one to end up dead. Yes, sir. Captain, I know our movements are being watched by the enemy. We should hurry. No, there's a save. I want to go to it straight away just to heal up the EP. There we go. Now we can fully explore. Stealing ether packs is not a bad idea. Level 10. Since this is, I didn't mention it, but this is a pretty short game, so we get the levels pretty fast as well. Unable to confiscate. I always find it anticlimactic when you find a treasure chest, but the item inside is just something that you can get from killing the enemies or just stealing from the enemies. I want something unique. Mikhail, are you still with us? I'm tracing you closely. Have you located the ambassadors? We arrived at point NGPP642T8. I still can't see any signs of the ambassadors. Can you scan for the location from your end? Just a moment. I've detected live signs at your current location. Can you walk around the perimeter and confirm your position? It seems that point NGPP642T8 is comprised of a multi-layered structure. I'm pretty sure the ambassadors should be there. So, they are here after all. Damn, defense! Captain, what happened? Captain, this is an emergency. Get out of that place immediately. Eric, what's the emergency? Something is trying to hack into the virtual space. I'm almost certain that it's the same program that triggered the reconstruction of that room earlier. It's been reactivated. Something else is at the ambassador's captivity point. A macrophage? No, something else is approaching. It's a level 4 virus. It's an extermination program. What are the attack specs? My attempts to analyze the enemy are being blocked. You're in danger. Execute a logout now. Understood. It seems there's a large-scale interference happening from outside of the virtual space. It's time to temporarily withdraw. Everyone log out at once. Captain? No objections. Mikhail, bring us back. Understood. Commencing recovery. What's wrong? Captain! You have time to voice your opinions later, Melis. No, something's not right. I can't log out. Is your consciousness really stuck there? The extermination program. Damn it. I'm logging in from here and using a direct approach to force the others to log out. Wait just a minute, your equipment hasn't been prepared. It's too dangerous to go in there unarmed. This is about the captain's life, and I'm concerned about that program that's causing the interference. I must see it with my own eyes. I leave the tracing to you, as well as bringing me back. Hey! Captain! What's wrong? Eric is extremely reckless. He's just locked into your point to try and force you out. What? He's not even armed? Once Eric logs in, please take care not to involve him in any battles. Ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. Eric hasn't received combat training like the rest of us. He should know better than to anyone that it means to log into a situation like this. Understood. At any rate, it seems that once we're able to log out, we should reorganize and adjust our strategy. The question is whether the ambassador's consciousness can be hold out until then. Preparations for your recovery are complete, Captain. Please follow Eric's instructions. We get you back somehow. Captain! Eric. That was a reckless thing to do. Like I told you before, what you are experiencing is a large-scale interference by someone hacking into this virtual space. I should also give Eric a much slower voice than the others, if anything. What concerns me the most is that your consciousness are locked to these coordinates. I'm going to use a direct approach to force you out, one at a time. Please remain calm and follow my instructions. Damn it! Eric! Eric! This is a lie! It can't be true! Bugs. Right, Melisse? This isn't real, right? Eric cannot be deleted like this. Captain, this is just another hallucination, isn't it? If my operator is gone, it's a lie, it can't be true. Audhumla emerged. I regret not saving before the boss, but hopefully we can win. Hopefully we can win. Ooh, that is a nice item. Nothing to confiscate, nice, then we can focus on winning. It's, let's see, it's weak to lightning attacks. So I should try some lightning attacks. Once I run out of better attacks, the special attacks. Well, it wasn't that impressive. Ouch. Uh-oh, preparing for a special attack. Let's defeat it before it can do any special attacks. There we go. Ooh, nice. We found the decoder from the boss. So we can, just like in the main games, we can return to all the locations through the simulation. That wasn't a thing in the original. In the original version of this game, it is completely linear. You can never backtrack, as far as I know, to the old dungeons. I'm pretty sure that was the case. But in this version, you can. And thanks to that, we can open the decoder door 16 once we get the chance. Captain, what's going on? Eric's vital signs are fading fast on our side. He can't be. What's his condition? The paramedic team is examining him. He appears to be in a state of cardiac arrest. I see. Eric. The macrophages have been eliminated. Was there any change in our surroundings? The external interference appears to have ceased. You've also been released from the coordinate lock. I see. Can we proceed with logging out the ambassadors? Yes, now that the lock has been released, I don't think there will be a problem. Understood. We proceed with the mission. So this is what our comrade's life paid for. What? No, it's nothing. This time I will save, for sure. Ah, it opened up. I don't think there is any more battles ahead, but I will... Oh, that's right, I can already backtrack. I think I can reach the decoder door from here. Then we don't have to do it through the... Yes, there it is. I keep expecting them to call in reinforcement, but they do not. These are the enemies that we fought on the Pleroma in episode 1. When we rescued Momo. And there it is. We open the first decoder door. And we get... just a bunch of ether healing, so nothing very interesting. But we need to get them all, of course. And we also need to check this out. Small EP recovery. We will put that on Lactis, since he keeps stealing and losing EP. What was the final? We did get one more thing. I'm not sure what it was. You can never catch me. Yeah, this will be the end of this dungeon. Is this the place? Mikhail, open a line. We have arrived at point NGPP6 42T8. Let's log them out of here. Perform the verification on the ambassadors. The line is connected, obtaining records of their thought patterns from the assembly headquarters running the meeting. Confirmed. The people at your location are the Goodwill ambassadors. Even so, I never would have thought the Goodwill ambassadors would be children. Are they all children? Maybe it's some kind of PR stunt. Could this all be for media impact? I understand this meeting is a political stunt aimed to sway the public opinion, but Markand should know better than to use children for just a dangerous meeting. We're police officer. We come to rescue you. We're going to perform a compulsory logout, so just try to relax. Huh? There is nothing to fear. No need to be afraid. We're going to be proud to the promised land. That person told us so, didn't he? That's right. After this, we're going to the promised land. That person? Wait, who exactly is that person? Captain, watch out! There's a self-deletion switch on her necklace. Self-deletion? Your top priority is to evacuate the children immediately. On it. Perform the compulsory logout. Mikhail, are you ready to receive them? Leave it to me. We can recover their minds at any time. Execute the logout in 10 seconds. I'm counting on you. And get us out of here as soon as the ambassadors are out. And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worshipped his image. Wait! What happened to the children? We attempted to execute a wide-range compulsory logout, but the logout was denied. That's terrible. Were their consciousness locked there? Is it possible they were still being affected by an external force? As far as I can tell from the ambassador's logs, there are no signs of them being held against their will. It's just like you said before the dive. Were the ambassadors really staying there of their own accord? I don't know about the ambassadors, but that woman, when I think about her behavior prior to deleting herself, I can't deny the possibility that she had her own reasons for staying there. However, what? Two things that she said before she died really stick in my mind. Promised land and that person. Could someone other than us and those involved in the immigrant fleet talks have been communicating with her consciousness in that space? It couldn't be Voyager. I don't know. There are just so many strange things happening in this incident. Indeed, considering the outside interference and the children's unusual behavior, I don't think the culprit's sole motive is sowing discord between the Federation and the immigrant fleet. Something else must be going on. Lactis and Mikhail, review the trace logs and look for any possible connection between that woman's words and the perpetrator. Melis and Bugs, stand by for further orders. I'm going to the hospital. The squad should be retrieving the bodies of the deceased. Bugs, can you take the rest? Bugs, you can take the rest of the day off. I'm sorry, but I need to turn over his body for an autopsy as soon as possible. Understood. And we're back to the police station. And the NPCs have changed their dialogue from mostly tutorials to something else. Eric, even though I told you it was dangerous. Captain, I continue analyzing the trace logs, although I'm really concerned about Eric's condition. I'm so sorry about Eric. I never thought it would come to this. And let's see if we can buy anything. Let's buy a few of these if we need to guarantee a escape. And it seems, yes, I already own that, so. But let's buy this, let's buy that, and let's buy that, and hope that the party doesn't already have it. It says possession 1, but I'm also alone right now, so. Yes, that was probably a mistake of me. Yes, probably a mistake. It seems they don't show up as in possession when the party members are not here, so I just wasted all my money, most likely. We can sell some iron scraps and dog tags to make up for it. We got the money back at least, but that was a bit silly. And from this plate we can return to the cathedral whenever we want, so. I think this, did I mention his last name before? Eric's last name is Weber either way, if they didn't mention it before. This is how we find out. Ooh, that's nice. The use machine is still out of order. And those guys are still tutorial. Let's talk to the captain, of course. Yeah, it's so fun that I can finally show you the game. And the gameplay is much better than the original phone version, so I will probably try to just compare it side by side later once we are done with this game. I will start the Steam version and show the comparison. In the original version there is so much random encounters. The encounter rate is so high in the original. Thank you for your hard work. Based on the report, Voyager's involvement is apparent. I see. I'm more concerned about Eric's condition. Could you go to the emergency facility and check on him? I was already planning to do that. These guys... Hey, did you know the Special Investigation Unit mission was said to have quite a few casualties? They just stand around and rumor and gossip all day in the locker room. And now we get to leave the police station and go to the hospital. Oh, we get another one of these original pretty cutscene pictures. I'm with the Federation Police. I'd like to speak with whoever's in charge here. That would be me, but please wait a moment. Tending to the seriously injured takes precedence. Doctor, we need your opinion on a patient priority. Girl number 2 is triage reg, bringing the physical trauma patient to me and send the neurological injuries to Dr. Pirayat. What a name, Pirayat. Yes. Wait a moment. Yes. Policeman number 5's physical trauma from the feedbacks looks severe. Based on the previous cases, it's most likely an anaphylactic shock. Tell them to use nitrous oxide sedation for his anesthesia. Yes, ma'am. Just now, someone with a uniform like yours was taken to the room next door. Please excuse me. Wait, huh? I got to. Chief, this policeman has lost brainstem reflexes. Should we continue resuscitation? It seems futile at this point. How about number 3? Girl number 2 is going into cardiac arrest, employing the AED. You! I'm going to use the AED. Watch the monitor while I do. You did learn basic first aid at the Federation Academy, right? I did. I'm on it. We used the AED up to 400 joules. Still nothing. Epinephrine? No good. It's still not working. For a child to die like this, it's truly... Thank you for helping earlier. No, I'm glad I was able to be of help. I'm sorry that your subordinate didn't make it. Ah. But what about the children? In the end, not even one of them was saved. Shit. If nanotechnology were more readily available, more lives could have been saved. I'm sorry, I just get so upset when a child dies. The latest medical treatment aren't just for rotten rich people to prolong their lives. More technology should be accessible in this field whenever it's needed. Didn't you feel anything when you saw those little children dying like that? No matter how disturbed I feel, I don't show it to the outside world. You're very tough, or are you just putting up an act? I'm not even sure myself. What a mysterious man. Thank you for taking care of my subordinate. I would appreciate it if you could provide me with an autopsy report. Doctor. Rosas. Sharon Rosas. Excuse me, Dr. Rosas. And that was their first nice little meeting. Unnatural death in the UMN. Case 1458. Eric Weber, 28 years old. Member of the 1875 Special Operations Command Detachment of the Federation Police. Cause of death was a physical feedback from the damage inflicted by a macrophage while inside a human virtual reality. The time of death was... He revived! That's impossible! He was absolutely dead! Calling all doctors to the autopsy room. I'm afraid there's been a horrible mistake. You there, you are in immediate need of secondary treatment. Don't force yourself to get up. Hold on, wait a moment. Doctor, hold on. Maybe we should call the police before we do anything else. We can't just let him leave the hospital just because he's acting strange, can we? Wait, you're in a very unstable condition right now. No problem. Xenosaga Pied Piper, Chapter 1, Sequence 2. Galaxy Federation Police Station, Special Investigation Unit, Temporary Headquarters. Ah, look at this nice picture with the full gang. Everyone but Jan is here. Eric, I'm so glad you're safe. I heard that you went missing from the hospital and I searched everywhere for you. Where have you been? You didn't even go back home. Where have you been all this time? Yes, the bald guy is Eric. The bald guy is Eric. He was always bald. It's funny. In the database of episode 3, they say on his entry that he looks like 28 years old, but in game we all know that he looks like Death himself. without spoiling the identity for now. But yes, he looks like Death himself, especially with yeah. I'm sorry. I wanted to be alone so I could collect my thoughts. I didn't mean to worry you. Isn't your responsibility as an investigator to report your situation to HQ first? This kind of behavior isn't like you. I'm really sorry. I'll be more thoughtful from now on. Never mind that. Anyways, it's a relief, isn't it? Eric has returned. How about it? About tonight? Raise a glass to honor our brave warrior's return? I know a great bar a few blocks from here. Not so fast, Mikhail. While he may have survived, there were plenty of people in the unit who didn't. As long as the perpetrator has not been identified yet, we have to continue the investigation in collaboration with the Archon police. It would be best to avoid behavior that could potentially rub them the wrong way right now. Yeah, that's right, I'm sorry. Have you seen the captain yet? Yes, I already greeted him. I see, I bet he didn't even flinch. After all, if it is the captain we're talking about. It's hard to say. Maybe he was a little surprised, but he's not the kind of person to show it on his face, is he? That's for sure. More importantly, Eric, it's quite remarkable that you managed to come out unscathed from that situation. I was also concerned about that. There seemed to be no way out of that situation, no matter what. Indeed. Will you at least explain what kind of trick you pulled? A simple one, really. Just before I was deleted, I switched to a character double that I had prepared beforehand. A character double? How did you manage to prepare such a thing? I am an operator of the Special Investigation Units after all. It's only natural to prepare for an emergency, don't you think? Unfortunately, I lagged a bit while switching to the double and still suffered some feedback injuries. As expected of my clever Eric. Ugh. Hey, are you okay? You're still not completely recovered yet, are you? Yes, maybe that's it. Well, that's not unreasonable. You're still not fully recovered, right? How about going home and getting some rest? It's just as Millet said. Wise advice. However, I haven't made my report about the incident to the captain yet. We take care of that for you, so there's no need to worry. It will be best for you to go back home. I see. In that case, I go rest in the temporary sleeping quarters for now, since I don't know when the next incident might occur. Eric, are you really okay? Yeah, I'm fine. No problem. Speaking of the ambassador's abduction incident, I'm concerned about Voyager's target being aligned with a significant figure. Make sure you analyze the dialogues thoroughly. It's possible Voyager left some evidence that could help us track their movement. So, if you excuse me. And I heard a great voice out of the temple, saying to the 7 angels, go your ways and pour out the 7 vials of God's wrath on the earth. This scene is such a replication of the Cherenkov scenes in episode 1. When Cherenkov isn't feeling good and have to take the medication. And keeps insisting to everyone that everything is fine. Eric? What did you use just now? Ah, Captain, do you mean this? It's just a health supplement. Lambda Gist A, is it a nutritional supplement? Did you think this is a narcotic or something? I apologize. The misuse rate of public servants abusing UMM drugs is increasing and becoming a problem. The Internal Affairs and Audit Division are also getting nervous. No, I think it's natural for a captain to try to understand the conduct of his subordinates. Although being suddenly called out from behind by your boss is quite bad for the heart. I'm sorry if I startled you. I was just talking with the chief about the matters from the other day. Is your body feeling any better? Yeah, thanks to you, I've improved quite a bit. What? Oh no, it's nothing. Don't push yourself too hard. I know. Thank you for your concern, Cat. But for now, I like to get a bit of rest. Nothing new. Oops. Ah, Captain, about earlier, I'm sorry about... I apologize. I'm prepared for any repercussions. Regarding the incident the other day, the Internal Affairs Investigation Committee is taking action. Don't worry though, I intend to provide the best possible defense. Please focus on the investigation of Voyager for now. Eric, that guy, how did he manage to seamlessly switch to his character double during such a situation? Good question. And I like that the Bugs gets his own chair. Look at that tiny cute robot sitting on a chair. I don't think Eric will just leave me behind and go somewhere. How the hell did Voyager... Ah, Captain, it seems that as part of the UMN counter-terrorism measures, there is a training mission available now. Will our special investigation unit also partake in the training mission? Yes. Understood. Now, let me explain the training mission. The training will take place in virtual reality. The location will be within the Galaxy Federation's police station. Alright, this is also an added side quest. In other words, right here. The objective of this mission is to eliminate the terrorists that have infiltrated the station and rescue any captured comrades. Many of our comrades are fighting, but there are also those who can't fight and are trying to hide in the shadows. Search every corner of the station and rescue our comrades. Also, when you want to return to the real world, move to the main entrance on the first floor and perform a dive out. That's about it for explanation. Please prepare for the dive. So this is just a side quest you can do. This place looks no different than in real space, the real space counterpart. However, this mission has already begun. And how unusual to see Siggy in a green suit. Even though it's just training, don't let your guard down. Let's do a save. We can't use the elevators, we have to use the stairs. Looks like these are the same guys we already fought, yeah. It's the same guys. First person rescued out of 6. Nice. So we know we need to rescue 6 persons. It's a very small station, so it shouldn't be hard to find them all. I want to see, did I learn any multi-hitting attacks yet? No, we don't have anything that can hit multiple targets yet. Second person rescued. But yes, I did waste my money. That is confirmed. I shouldn't have bought those items. Oh well, we can always get more money. There has to be someone hiding in the locker rooms. I would be surprised if there's no one. These enemies are so easy by now. But no, it looks like no one in here. How can there not be? It's the perfect hiding spot after all, hiding in a locker. Everyone knows that. Nope, there's no one. Ah, there is someone, haha! Haha, of course there had to be someone. So there's 3 persons on the first floor and 3 persons on the second floor, evenly spread out. No one down here. Let's save the big room for last. Oh, new enemies. What can we steal? Nothing. Mech soldier. I don't think there is any boss in here. I think it's just normal enemies. And there's our final 2 hostages. Mission accomplished! You have successfully rescued all of our comrades. Perform a dive out from the main entrance on the first floor. I see, understood. We'll see if we get any reward for this. It might be a decoder as a reward. I am hoping that is it. I don't remember. Great work today. You successfully rescued 6 comrades in today's training mission, as expected of the captain. Everyone has been rescued. It's a testament to the special investigation team's reputation. And we did get a decoder, number 8. We don't have the door, but once we find the door we can open it. And we will have a few more missions, at least one more. Nice. Exactly. You can access the training mission again from the UMN. But I'm pretty sure that the segment file was the same one. Yes, it was the same one. I guess we should leave the station or talk to the captain. Yeah, I think we should talk to the captain. Oh, hello, Captain. Dr. Rosas, thank you for the autopsy report. Your experience was appreciated. Do you have some business at the station? Oh, I forgot. I thought you were nervous, but you have a surprisingly laid-back side as well. Business? Not really. I've come to deliver the belongings of your subordinate. They were treated as personal belongings. Belongings? A subordinate from my unit? Are you mistaking me for an Arkham police officer? Please, spare me the runaround. Eric Weber, he's your subordinate, isn't he? How's he been doing since then? You saw him go into cardiac arrest, right? Didn't you? As a doctor, I'm concerned about his condition. I've heard there are many patients who are successfully resuscitated after cardiac arrest. But is that true? It's true that there's many cases, but this is the first time I've heard of a corpse getting out from the freezer and removing their own name tag. I told him that further examination was necessary, but he never came back. I hope there's no long-term effects from overexposure to the UMN. Has he shown any increase in unusual behavior, or did he have any cases of temporary catatonia? Yes, he seems a little mentally unstable, but not drastically altered. I hope that's the case, however. As a police officer, he is exemplary, but when it comes to relationship with others, he is quite wary. Perhaps being in a hospital felt burdensome to him. Sounds like he's very hard to handle. Oh no, I didn't mean to call him a burden, don't get me wrong. You are an interesting person. Well, it's fine to be shy, but he needs to take care of himself. Captain. Ah, this is Dr. Rosas. She is in charge of the emergency room at the affiliated hospital. He handled the casualties of the Godwill ambassador's kidnappings incident the other day. Oh, is that so? Captain, there is a dispatch request. The location is the VIP nursing plant in Draper. The perpetrator has cracked the central mainframe inside the plant. The trace logs of the plant's observational realm were extremely damaged, but Lactis has been repairing them. A children nursing plant? Have there been any details about the perpetrator? Unfortunately, the logs were more corrupted than we expected. We have been unable to identify an access point. But when we applied a complementary program to the repaired sections, we found a dummy program had been set up. Based on the unique decay pattern of the program's protection, we calculated that there is a 98.28 probability that the perpetrator is Voyager. I see. Then let's hurry to the scene. Let's find Mikhail and have him ready level 1 armament. If necessary, we may have to engage in real space combat this time. Understood. Alright, Dr. Rosas, about this matter with Eric. I'll report anything unusual to you. What's wrong? He's after young lives again. As for Voyager, we will surely bring him to justice. Surely. Another nice picture. This time we can actually see the full team with Jan as well. Oh, I missed to read that. Let's see if we can check the log there. This time we must stop them before anything happens. We won't let him have his way any longer. Calm down, Melis. It's just irritating. Such an absurd case and it's still unsolved. Voyager's been mankind's worst enemy ever. Seriously, cool your jets already. Besides, we don't know for sure that Voyager is the culprit. But it's just like last time. He's targeting young children again. How can I not be angry about that? What about you, Captain? While anger can be a great driving force, it also has significant drawbacks. It's better to remain calm and in control during a mission. It's just as the captain said. It's certainly true that your passion and courage makes our team stronger, but it's also true this energy sometimes puts the team in danger. I understand, but I can't be like the captain. The captain is special. He's so calm that I sometimes wonder if he has any feelings at all. Oh really? Captain? Have you always been like this, even as a child? I'm not sure. I might have been like that. You, what is it that you desire? I'm not asking for world peace, but at least I pray that no more young children's lives are lost in vain. Is what you desire eternal life? No, I don't think long life is the only way to happiness. But I feel uneasy about the future society where children will live, just as I worry about my own son. Every morning I wake up and hear about some new tragedy on the news. I lost my husband once. I can't bear to see that kind of loss being repeated everywhere. Is what you desire eternal peace? Yes, I want to continue protecting my boy. That's the peace I seek. If you desire to bind this contract between yourself and God, you must offer up the soul of the one whose blood runs closest to sacred essence. When that is done, God shall bestow you with eternal peace. Contract? Father, I don't really understand what you're saying, but goodness should not seek compensation. Your actions will prepare the way for God. Yes, Sharon is a nurse. And that is how Jan met her when we were at the hospital with the victims from the first mission. So Sharon is a nurse. Well, she's a doctor, so she's technically higher than a nurse, I guess, but she works at the hospital. She is called Dr. Rosas. Some things are coming back. Welcome, this is Jacob Medical Imprinting, Draper Division. Our company works day and night to cultivate the new generation to carry on the society of tomorrow. How about giving birth to your precious child in one of our company's artificial wombs? Full-time counselors select and imprint excellent genes from both parents. Imagine having the child of your dreams, one who will always meet your expectations, guaranteed. Not married yet? There's no need to worry. With our system, even bachelors can have a sense of security in that. Children of the Salvatore, I see. It's pointless. Salvatore, people created by excessive genetic manipulation to surpass other humans. Now there are even high government officials who were born from cultivating plants like this. Imprinted humans are the basis of a completely homogeneous nation. To a commune managed by people with a single ideology can't really be called a nation anymore. In that kind of warped hierarchy where humans are one, how will these children find their future? Did I say something funny, Captain? No, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh, but you're more concerned about the future of humanity than humans are. The children here know their roles when they enter society. Fortunately, they probably won't have doubts about the future they will carve out for themselves. It's a man-made system after all. What if there are significant flaws in it? Even if one of them were to go astray, it wouldn't be that child's fault. Us humans designed the system and brought it into existence in the first place. Hopefully, in the next life, we become aware of our sins that are given opportunities to atone for them. That will be enough. You mean karma? Do you believe in reincarnation, Captain? Whether or not it exists, I believe people should have a chance to atone for their sins. If that chance is in death, then there is still a path to salvation left for humanity. Yet in this era, even death can be taken away. You and others have undergone body donation registration. The Life Recycling Act. Yes, the most efficient use of human resources. After all, a government backed by the Salvatores can't accept their laws enforced by people with primitive human rights nonsense. Coming from a synthetic being like myself, it may sound hypocritical. Even in death you can't achieve salvation, is that what you're getting at? Well, what if you're not even permitted to die? What will you do then? Well, I don't know. I can't do anything but ask myself when that time comes. Right now, I can just pray that situation will never come. So much foreboding and premonition. That one conversation is great for the future to come. Captain, could you come over here for a moment? A minute. And the vial was poured upon the sea, and it became as the blood of a dead man, and every living soul died in the sea. This must have some connection to what that diplomat said. Mikhail, I'm on it. I've extracted a copy of it from the plant's backup data. Oh, Captain, I've confirmed multiple faint life signs in the incubation room. They must belong to the embryos. Please take care of them. Understood. You heard him. We're going directly to the incubation room to protect the embryos. This mission will be different from what we're used to, since we're in real space. Proceed with caution. So this is the first real life dungeon. This is not simulated at all. They just looped around. Neoprotector. Better armor for Lactis. And we need a key to get in there. The reception room. I think Yeah, I think there is something hiding in one of these. Probably the key. I think that is the hint that that the key is in a flower pot. Let's go back and check the reception. Or maybe it's in that one locked room. Either way, sooner or later we will check all the flowers. We will check all the flowers just in case. And we will also check all the desks. Well, there it is. I knew it. I remember getting stuck here for a while last time. So yes, we should use the key card, and then the next key card should be in the potted plant. Director Mick, Director's Office Linda, and Reception Room John. I don't think that has any relevance, but we'll see. This is footage from a few hours ago. Due to Voyager's hack, live monitoring of the incubation room is now unavailable. So, the status of the embryos is unknown. That should be everything. Yeah, I remember being stuck here for a few minutes. Thank you for your hard work. The key has been given to Scott as usual, says Linda. Oh, so it was a hint, then we need to go back and check where Scott is usually. And there it is. The key card for the director's office. If you hide a spare key in a place like this, a thief will break in right away. Good, now we can enter the director's office. And this is the key card for the incubation room. That's right, I'm worried about the embryos. Let's hurry. Oh, I thought it was a door, but it was just... Oh, nice. There can be equipment hiding in shelves, so we better check everything. I think Blue Star will give us more EP. Yes, that's correct. Let's give it to... No, I cleared everything. I just wanted to remove that one. We're gonna keep having this EP focused just to maximize the amount of stealing we can do, since stealing was pretty expensive. Let's see. No, Scott wasn't mentioned. Oh well. It's the embryos. It looks like the same text from earlier is written on these children's chests. How disturbing. Good thing this isn't a more graphical game. But then again, like I said, you get such a different picture when you're just reading the script and have to imagine all of this in your head. That is for sure the cooler version of Pied Piper. having to imagine the Bible verses imprinted on the embryo's chest is so much worse than getting to see this graphic. Oh, it's too much. Mikhail! Hey, Mikhail! Respond! I can hear you. What's the status of these children? Even without checking their vital signs, babies don't have this complexion. These children are already... Yeah, indeed. Indeed. So, I still consider that first reading to be the best experience of this game, but it's so nice that we can finally play it as well. It's like she says. It's children again. Mikhail, yes. Send a dispatch request to the Arkham police. Have them collect these children. They're all dead. Understood. Run a trace on the intruder immediately. You will need to set up a diving device. The path is clear. Get here as soon as possible. Is Eric there? Hey, Eric, the captain is calling. Hey, Eric, what are you doing? Yes. We're in the middle of a mission. What are you doing? My apologies. There are something concerning in the trace logs of the children cultivation branch. So I was investigating the logs. Seems it was just my imagination though. We're having Michael join us here. We will now proceed to the central mainframe and trace the intruder. I'm going to transfer the logs, so make a backup of it. Understood. Also, quickly transfer the level 6 armament for the central mainframe dive. I'll start the preparations immediately. Eric, it seems like you still haven't recovered yet. Mikhail, respond on a secure connection. Yes. I believe Eric might be experiencing some after effects of his ordeal. Please keep an eye on him. Yes, sir. I'll accompany him for the transfer of the level 6 armament. After that, I'll head over. Understood. Captain, sorry to keep you waiting. Please wait a moment while I set up the dive beds. I see, go ahead. Phew, for now the setup is complete. Sorry about the trouble. How is Eric doing? He's in great condition. Maybe it was just a bit of fatigue earlier. I see, that's good. I'm probably just overthinking things. So what's our target point? The target point is within the central mainframe. It's an access point for logging out. We're going to rush there and reverse trace the perpetrator. Everyone, prepare for the dive. Shall we go then? Contact me immediately when you achieve your objective. I'll have everything ready for your retrieval. Got it. Let's get started. And now we're back in virtual space. Is reverse tracing possible? There shouldn't be a problem with the reverse trace itself. However, if the culprit withdrew completely and escaped in the real world, it will be difficult to find him. I hope he's still there. Then we have to hurry. Right. Do you see anything? No, I can't confirm any traces of access. Did they already get away? Were we too late? Captain, I have good news. What is it? The intruder is still actively hacking. They are online. Are they still here? Seems like it was a dummy point. I'm sorry, I was careless. I was too focused on tracing the log and failed to notice the perpetrator was still connected. Their current location is north of where you are now. Understood. Keep on tracing them. Whoop! And we got another dungeon. Ooh, a new equipment for Siggy. Let's save. Two and a half hour. That is already decent progress. So, but I think I will do at least this dungeon and whatever story comes after. That shouldn't be too bad. And we still have to fight these guys for some reason. Oh, they are upgraded. I was going to complain about fighting old enemies, but at least they are upgraded. So let's see if we can steal anything new. Nothing to confiscate, so... A shooter. It seems like that the Maxim guy gets more and more screen time in the game. It seems like he's trying to get his way into the story sooner or later. We keep seeing him. But which game will you stream if it's not Daybreak? Oh, that's the code. We have the key for that. Nice. Ooh, look at that. We can nullify all status effect. I see. It's funny, since this game is so short, you get such good equipment so early. Look at that. We already have a equipment to nullify all status effects. I'm not sure who should use it. Probably Melisse, since she is our healer. Or who was it that could someone learned to... Where was it? Didn't I learn it? Someone could learn to cure all status ailments. Seems I didn't learn it. Ah, there it is. There it is. I can learn it now. Now we have it. Oh, multiple characters can learn it. I think I'm going to try to learn ice just to have the option. Just to have the option of ice. We already have the option of thunder, so that might be a good idea. And that is also a great thing to have. Yeah, I probably want to go down this line all the way to the end. But I did not learn anything to hit the entire group. Level 12, I learned a few things that I didn't have the time to read. Oh well, we'll see. We'll see in the next fight what I learned. Uh-oh, it's a labyrinth. Which way should I go? I remember this dungeon is a real pain in the original with the random encounters. I wouldn't be surprised if there was so many encounters in this place. It took forever to get through. Oh, I should also steal from that red guy. Let's see what it got. Oh, it had the same thing. Nice, some new weapons for everyone, or at least everyone but Melis. Oops, I tried to lure it to the trap, but I completely failed. Oh, another new enemy. We stole a ruby. I wonder, I guess a ruby is just one of those barter items to sell. That did nothing. That did something. That did almost nothing. So far it seems that enemies only have one item to steal ever. That might be the case. And we found another ruby. Yeah, it's a barter item, as I suspected. Wow, that 2 decoder door in the same room, they are so close to each other. And I assume we don't have the key for this one. I know we don't have it. And since we have a save, we will go all out and use all the expensive skills. Miss. Pew, 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 pew. I'm also trying to get some boost back. Otherwise that would have been the faster way. This was number 7. So door number 7 and door number 8 was in the same room. And we take the save point as a sign of boss. A boss sign. Like this. Are there any traces of Voyager? As you might expect, nothing. Mikhail, there is no trace of the culprit. What's going on? Strange. Until now the course of their movements was easy to follow, but as soon as you arrived there, the traces just disappeared. They disappeared without us even seeing him log out. What the hell is that? What happened? Did you find something? There's information about the embryos here, but this can't be right. Explain in detail. A specific region in the brain, somewhere in the substantia nigra parts compacta, in the ventral tegament area. Information from the hippocampus was lost. I checked the other embryos. Nice. Yes. And like I said, I will probably finish up this dungeon and the next story section, and that might be enough for a start of this game. I have already survived longer than I thought. I think it's going pretty well. With reading, except that last line. Oh, oops, I do not want to skip. Can we see it again? This is not an easy line to read. Substantia nigra pars compacta in the ventral tegamental area. The kind of language they use in this game. This one too, and this one too. This is terrible. All of them. You mean this information from their brains was lost? These embryos, it's not just their brains that are strange. It's something more fundamental than that. It's congenital. Yeah, you can do that. You can do that. Ephenephrine. It's not a word you hear in everyday life or learn in English school, in over here at least. I need to watch all those, what are they called? All those hospital series. Doctor House and all of those. Presently, whether it's prenatal or postnatal, it's unclear, but it's in their basic genetic structure. A severe defect in the stem cells is appearing. Indeed. But it is all I can only guess about the how it is pronounced, since I can't remember hearing it anywhere. Doing it now, but this is exceeding my personal capacity. Mikhail, make a copy of the information from Lactis. Understood. Opening a connection to Lactis. Hurry, exceeding maximum capacity. Wait, what is it? What is this? Lactis, cut the connection immediately. I repeat, cut the connection immediately. Ta-da. Ta-da. Alright, it was the Xenosaga 1 music. Yeah. I think I'm not sure what name to use for the I know the person who made the music. I have interacted with them sometime at least. But I think they did a great job on the soundtrack. It's inspired from all the different Xeno games. And some of the themes are reused, like that Xenosaga 1 theme. So I think they did a great job. When I played the first time, some of the music was still placeholder, but I think the full soundtrack is finished now. I'm alright. However, the system seems to have locked up in the middle of the connection. Be careful. He shall be as gods. Something's coming. It's a boss. It's Baldur. Time for a boss. And as always, we start by stealing a sapphire. It would be nice to confirm if you can only ever steal one item, or if they can have multiple. It seems like they only have the one item. I'm so used to having 2 items to steal in all the Xenosaga games. But it might only be 1. Nothing to confiscate. It was a bit hard to see the HP meter queue with the green background. What elements? It's weak to fire, but we don't really have any fire Let's try ice. Yeah, that did decent damage, so... That is an RPG Maker effect. That effect has been in RPG Maker all the way to the old versions. That is really much. A very classic RPG Maker effect. Good thing we learned that refresh ability, so we can cure the entire party. Totally. I'm not sure, but it feels like they have made the bosses a bit easier than when I played. I can't be completely sure. It might just be that I'm better prepared or something, but this was super easy. Super easy. And he learns satellite. I think satellite is attacks all enemies. It should do. Mikhail, how much of the data did you obtain earlier? The trace log was corrupted en route, so I'm not sure how much of it was retrieved. But even if there was feedback, there should be some clean pieces left. However, it's impossible to perform an analysis with the equipment we have here. What should we do, Captain? I see. It seems that all we can do is head back to headquarters and analyze the data that we did obtain. There might be a clue for Voyager's next move in the traces, which lacked is found. Indeed, judging by the span between the Ambassador's incident and this one, it is likely that he won't be giving us a lot more time. But how is Voyager always able to detect our movements? From interfering with the data transfer to the swift deployment of those macrophages, it's as if they're watching our every movement from nearby. Yes, I have that feeling too. Are you kidding? From the moment you entered that room, I've been continuously tracing their movements. I'm certain that no one but us has access to the mainframe. But these macrophages were undoubtedly present. I don't want to think about it, but it's possible that Voyager might already have the whole UMN in his hands. Captain, there's some interesting data in the trace logs we collected here. There is evidence that the culprit attempted to interfere with the data transfer to Lactis. Ridiculous. There was nothing like that in those logs. Could it be that the backup error occurred because of that portable device? Also, this is an access point to the imprinting central mainframe. There's probably residual corruption in the trace. Are you implying that I was hacked by Voyager and manipulated the data? No one said anything of the kind. I'm just saying that it's all a possibility, that's all. There really is evidence of some kind of interference in the data I have. Calm down, both of you. Can we trust the trace data? Yes, it's extremely subtle interference, but I was able to find traces of the release of the extermination program within the central mainframe. Captain, do you doubt me? I don't doubt you. However, if Eric has discovered some new evidence, we should take a look at it. I don't make mistakes like that. Either way, when you get back to headquarters, hand the data over to the research team so we can start the analysis as soon as possible. Mikhail, I want you to repair and back up the data concerning the embryos that we obtained from Lactis. Let's hurry. I'm going to recommend to the chief to impose restriction on UMN connections during the pilgrimage meeting. Whew. Galaxy Federation Police Station, Chief's Office. Ah, we finally. This is the official art of the police chief. So this is the first time I think we see it. So that is how the art looks for him. And I forgot to read. Right now, this is a race against time. I can't do it. I can't. You're asking far too much. I can't just suspend all UMN activity on advice of a single investigator. The risk is too great. But this isn't just a Braxos problem anymore. Anyone using the network could be hacked by Voyager. And furthermore, they never leave any evidence behind. It's impossible to predict who and when the next victim will be. Until the pilgrimage meeting, we should restrict UMN access for everyone, even for the government. The public and the government think carefully about what you're saying. Even just restricting access for private sector terminals alone will result in tremendous economic loss. And on top of that, you want the government terminal shut down too? Of course, if Voyager is still connected to the descendants of Nestorius. His ultimate goal might be the pilgrimage meeting. Government terminals provide the easiest access to data that could threaten the conference. Listen, Jan, try to understand. The Federation is really trying to achieve some political reconciliation with the immigrant fleet. Moreover, the UMN has become a critical lifeline. You are well aware of that, aren't you? That's exactly why the pilgrimage meeting might be targeted, isn't it? It becomes a prime target because of its importance. Despite being aware of the risk, the negotiations are still being planned to take place on a public stage. That's because the negotiations are deemed necessary. But this is Voyager we're talking about. I don't think you understand. Regardless, it's beyond my authority anyway. I'll see about delivering your proposal to my superiors. But it's likely that it just be rejected in the same way. All I can do is strengthen our deployment as a precaution. I'll take care of that right now. Thank you very much. In any case, I appreciate your hard work at the nursing plant. Leave the tracking to the research team, just like we did with the Goodwill Ambassador's case, and get some rest. You're asking me to trust a mechanic with heart surgery? Jan, you are part of an execution suppression unit. Your enthusiasm for your job is wonderful, but the other departments should have a chance to prove themselves too. Leave it to the professionals, so that's how it is. Next week, the Torres Foundation is holding a party and inviting the immigrant fleet. You will be assigned to provide security for the event. Just between you and me, this party is strictly unofficial. Should Voyager catch wind of it, well, what do you think? There's still time, you might be able to set something up before then. Understood. By the way, was your assignment of that mission based on the directives of the higher-ups? No, that was simply my own judgment. Xenosaga Pied Piper Chapter 2 Sequence 1. Oh, we go straight to the party. No chance for me to save, so I have to do the party as well. It would have been the perfect stopping point since we just beat the first chapter, but I will continue until we can get a save. Up until this moment, there has been an insurmountable barrier between us. Both sides were seekers for the path to a better world, yet both closed their eyes to each other out of distrust. In you, we saw the shadow of prosecutors, and in us you saw the shadow of heretics. But I am going to swear something to you, here and now. Those things we saw in each other were merely illusions. Some heartless individuals might say that we possess a special wealth here. Yes, what is this? It's doomed. I didn't even get to save in the chapter transition. It's even more evil than Kisuke. But such a thing is nothing more than an illusion. We were both weak, and because of our weakness, we mistakenly assumed each other to be threats. Now, let's acknowledge our own weaknesses. Together, let us recognize that we are all humans who desire peace. At the pilgrimage meeting, we will share a historic moment together. The path to coexistence is now being opened within the souls of our people. And this neutral land of Abraxas will be known throughout all of the cosmos as the beacon of peacekeeping. Quite a grandiose speech. But yes. Here we can get another good look at the characters. I think this is one of the better pictures. You can see Jan to the left, Lactis in the middle, and Melis to the right. Or Melis, or however you prefer to pronounce it. On the surface, it does sound like he's saying positive stuff, but once again, the Taurus Foundation is host for these talks. Why is that? Do you know anything about the Foundation? I hear they do various kinds of charity work. Also, they have a particular interest in refugee relief and prepare for the reception of the immigrant fleet. But for some reason, they also seem to get special privileges despite just being a foundation. It's because the Taurus Foundation is the bastard child of both the Federation and the immigrant fleet. What do you mean? The Taurus Foundation quickly gained the trust of the Federation by contributing to the realization of reconciliation policy from an objective, neutral standpoint. Can't believe I got through that sentence. However, if you trace its roots, it's also connected to several organizations associated with the immigrant fleet. Looking back on the history of this planet, it's not all that surprising. This meeting might be for the advantage of the immigrant fleet. We're here for Voyager though. As far as we know, he isn't actually interested in this kind of political maneuvering. However, this event serves as the perfect opportunity to get prominent figures from both sides together, right, Captain? Yes. And holding the ceremony in the UMN of all places, you have to be pretty oblivious to danger, unless there was necessity behind it. But depending on how you look at it, this could be our chance. Maybe if we can make the first move. I agree. However, this mission is still a preemptive operation that doesn't officially exist. Officially, we're just here to defend against any unforeseen circumstances. Everyone, be careful. We've narrowed down the list of high probability targets that Voyager could aim for. The main one being Irene Torres, 47 years old, currently president of the Torres Foundation. We can't use civilians as bait, even if they are public figures. Yes, Michaela has created an anti-hacking firewall. If Voyager so much as touches that woman, it will open a bypass that leads directly to us, and will intercept him. If we're lucky, she won't even notice that she's been targeted by Voyager at all. That's good. Our primary objective is to prevent the attack from happening in the first place. Contact Mikhail. We stick close to Mrs. Irene. If you detect any signs of hacking, activate the bypass immediately and run a reverse detection. Have Eric prepare the level 6 armament for bugs. Lactis and Melis, you're with me. Look carefully for any suspicious behavior in the party goers. Oh, now I get to save. Dun dun dun. Let's not go any further. Yeah, I don't have to speak to all of them. Whew. Dr. Rosas and I were specially invited in recognition of our contributions in the treatment of the Goodwill Ambassadors. It doesn't feel like a party when thinking about all the people who died. The story will continue when we... It's hard to tell, but the lady in the red dress is Rosas, so the story will continue once we speak to her next time. Yes. Oh, we are on a boat. That's what this is. The party is on a boat. So this is the railing of the boat, and these are... Oh, we could enter. And Eric dressed up in an unusual suit. So far, there's been no sign of unauthorized access. Will the Voyager really make a move? That's good. This party should be a perfect opportunity for him. Please monitor it closely. Understood, Investigator Sauer. So Eric is behind the scenes in that room. And this is the kitchen, apparently. Don't hang around the kitchen, I'm busy right now. We must serve the finest cuisine. The peace of the world depends on our cuisine. Patriarch Julius. Oh, some treasures. Medkit, Biosware, Ether Pack, just some backup in case you get stuck. I don't think the boat is a dungeon. But yes, that's the first stream of Pied Piper, I think. This will be a good place to stop. 3 hours in. It's hard to tell, but yes, I also think it was a great start to the game, and I'm happy to play it again. And like I said, there are some updates since I played it last. For the soundtrack is the big thing. The soundtrack is fully completed now. There were some placeholder songs last time, and there seems to have been some balancing and some bug fixes. So it's nice to replay it again. And the battles are fun enough, and the exploration is simple but also fun enough. As you can see, it is an actual game at least. Even if the story still is the reason to play it, it is also a game. It's a decent game. Decent game as an RPG. So that is that. I'm not sure when I will do the next part. I know for sure it won't be tomorrow, which makes so it could be sometime during the week, maybe. We shall see. I will do it whenever I can. So I guess Monday is is a prime suspect. Phew. But thanks everyone and anyone for watching, and I will see you again in the next one. We shall continue to figure out this mysterious mysterium about Voyager and about the immigrant fleet peace talks. There is already quite a few mysteries being set up. And we shall also get to know Rosas even better, of course. And as I have already done a lot of times, I'm going to mention that this is the best way to play the game, but if you want to give Namco Bandai the hint that people care about the game, you can also buy it on Steam, even if you can't actually read it yet, since it is in Japanese only. You can still send a hint to Namco and then play this version for free. That is that.